Well, it has been a good long while since I have posted anything on this YouTube channel in a long time. In fact, I think if I look back, 2014 was the last time I posted absolutely anything. So it's been 10 years since then. The Genesis Coupe is long since gone. That was the last video. But the coupe doing some autocross and the in-dash tablets. Well, a lot of things have changed in 10 years. Don't live in the same place. We're on the other side of the country now here in Canada, back out in Ontario, no longer in Alberta when we were doing the autocross and the Genesis Coupe videos. But in any event, I thought, you know what, let's post something new. It's been a long time. Let's do that. And let's talk a little bit about what I'm driving now and what I'm doing now. So things have certainly changed. And let me just flip the camera around and I'll show you what we're working with these days. Well, it finally stopped raining. It's been nonstop snow and rain. I thought spring was here, but clearly not. Anyways, what have we got? So, 2014 Audi S5. Picked this up, like I mentioned, a few years ago around COVID time. Been in storage. It was bone stock when I bought it. It's been upgraded, I guess you could say, over the years. Every year, a little bit more to it. I'll kind of go over some of the upgrades that have been done to it here in a little bit, but right now it's been hibernating under this tarp, car cover, if you will, since December of every year. So it's never winter driven. It's been stored most years in the garage. Unfortunately, I moved, like I mentioned. I haven't had a chance to be able to make space in the garage yet. So this is kind of the ugly temporary solution for this year, but it seemed to manage through the winter okay. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get the cover off. Let's take a look at it. And we'll talk a little bit about what's been done to the car over the years. And then let's see if it fires. I haven't had started up yet this year since it's been sitting since December. So we'll try that and we'll get back here in a second. Hi, Goose. Hey, buddy. It is dirty. All right. So, yeah, it's less than clean. Uh, it sucks. I hate that. Unfortunately, we live on a dirt road and cleaned it entirely, top to bottom. Waxed it, cleaned it right up before I stored it. And the second I got on our road down the road, it was covered in dirt. So, unfortunately, she needs a bath. But anyway, it looks pretty good. I don't see any animal prints. Nothing looks too bad. But a little bit about the car. So, like I mentioned, 2014 S5, purchased around 2020, I think it was, towards getting close to 2021. But in any event, it has. It came to me bone stocks, bought it sight unseen. This car was in Windsor, and basically because of COVID, you couldn't go to the dealerships. And I knew I wanted this style of car in this color, this model, and around this generation. This is the B8.5 S5. And yeah, so, it was certified pre-owned through Audi. I took a chance. So, what have we done so far with it? Well, so far with this car, aside from the very first things that we did, which was all the preventative maintenance. So, supercharger pulled off, cleaned, everything was done. Did all the gaskets, air to oil separators. We did transmission servicing, of course, an oil change and all the usual stuff. checked everything top to bottom, belts and pulleys and you name it, brakes, everything was done. So we did, first year, kind of year one was just, let's get the maintenance done. That was done. Following that, over the next year, we did a few things. So we went to a stage one initially. So a stage one tune from the great folks at Garage Auto Sports here in Ontario. So you'll see their branding on the side of the car. They're the only folks, the only performance shop that has touched this vehicle at all since I've owned it. I trust the guys, really reputable. They've been great to me. So we did a stage one tune, both the ECU and the TCU. So transmission has been tuned as well to go along with that, and that was great. That was fantastic for a year. I love that tune, but it didn't take long to time to step it up. Year 3 of ownership, we kind of went to stage 2. So we did an upgraded lower crank pulley. We left the supercharger pulley as is. So it is a stage 2 tune now on it. So it was retuned yet again with stage 2. Not 2 plus yet. So once we get that upper pulley and do dual pulley, which should hopefully come very soon, that'll be the next thing to do. So as you can get a sense from what I'm explaining, I kind of do things incrementally. I like to do a little bit, run it for the season, see how it does. It does get to the track, so not road tracks, but the drag strips. We have a local drag strip not too far from here that I've been taking it to, and kind of seeing the incremental performances as we do each upgrade. So stage 2, that was great. It didn't take long to realize, yeah, I'm gonna need some more. So unfortunately, once we hit stage 2, we really started to cook those cats. The factory catalytic converters smelled like rotten eggs. And if you know anything about these motors, the last thing you want to do is clog them up. They are rated after the exhaust manifold, so they get pretty hot. And the tuning didn't help with that lifespan. So cats came out. Test pipes went in. And then with the test pipe comes additional tuning. So we did some more tuning as well. So right now, as it sits, it is a stage 2 with test pipes, factory muffler, factory exhaust, all the way down, same downpipe. Are considering doing some high flow cats on the downpipes. Maybe this year, possibly. We're going to see. I'm going to kind of run it for a bit, see how I feel about it. But like I mentioned, it is the factory exhaust system right now. Aside from that, what are we planning to do this year? Well, so far in the works is going to be really, we're just going to upgrade the intake system. So it is we've gone ahead and taken out the initial baffle. And again, I apologize. It's been in storage. It's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned. So we've got the 034 Motorsports silicone inlet tube with the high flow cone filter in the original airbox. That's coming out. It's been good. It's been nice, but it's time to hear the supercharger whine. So we're going to be having a titanium Garage Auto Sports fabricated as well, cold air intake system, and we'll see what that does. See how that performance runs. I'll run it for a bit. Again, I'm going to decide what I think about as far as going with the downpipes go. I did notice a little bit of exhaust fume smell when sitting at idle, which is kind of my really only reason that I want to put the high flow cats on. So we'll see if that bothers me enough. Maybe we'll go there. But this is where it's at right now. So I'm missing, I'm sure, other things, maintenance stuff, the usual stuff. Beyond that, it's in really good shape. Interior wise, nothing done cosmetically except the paddle extensions on the steering wheel. That's about it. Everything else is bone stock inside. Kind of the way I like it. I don't have any major cosmetic additions, no wings, no lowering yet, none of that stuff. Really, the money's been put into tuning and maintenance. Maintenance first, tuning next. So again, while we're getting the intake put in, obviously all the annual maintenance is going to be done as well as that, a part of that. But you know what? Maybe cosmetics one day, but I kind of like it bone stock. I think they're a good looking car the way they are. And I don't know. I don't have any desire to change it. I mean, maybe, I know, sit a little bit flusher would be nice, but, yeah, that's how it is right now. fired right up, no problem at all. Man, this car has been good to me. She's never let me down. Already idling down nicely. I mean, I don't know, you know, the maintenance ain't cheap. We all know that about Audis and European vehicles in general, but you look after them, you do the maintenance, you take care of them, and I just find this thing just doesn't let me down. It's been so great. Yeah, so let's just kind of... So right now, I mean, at idle, I don't think you're hearing much. You know, those test pipes can be pretty raspy, I'll be honest. They give a nice pop and crackle on the dynamic mode. We'll take it on the road another time, another video, and we'll listen to that. But at idle, she's not bad. But you get on the throttle, and yeah, it's raspy. Let's not joke around about that. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Those down pipes, if we do that with the cats, will probably help a little bit to calm that down. But everything looks good. Let's just jump inside here real quick, make sure there's nothing on the dash, lit up, no check engines, no nothing going on. Oh yeah, looks good. All right, let's let it warm up, and we'll give it a couple of revs.